This STL by YKS Miniatures was downloaded from myminifactory.com and printed using a Frozen Mighty 8K resin printer. There were a couple of little pockets that were in the 3D model, but that is likely due to me forgetting to stir the resin in the vat that was already in there. So I filled these in with liquid green stuff and sanded it back down. Before gluing the rat with coins to a base, I first created a base topper by gluing the base to some poster board that I removed the black paper from. Then I cut out a circle using the black plastic base as a guide. Using a green stuff world texture roller, in this case the Dutch bricks, I slowly but very forcefully roll this over the foam. To add the grooves between the bricks and the edges, I used a fat ballpoint pen. On to painting. I first primed the model with gloss black before giving it a zenithal of white. Then at my desk I hit the coins with metallic gold before using silver to add a few silver pieces here and there. I then use the same white I used to zenithal the miniature with to clean up any of the metallic overbrushing and also further whiten the top of the rat. From there I turned to Army Painter speed paints, first with red for the bricks, a fleshy tone for the ears, nose, feet, and tail, then with the pink I add some shadows around the entire rat. Similarly I add shadows with a darker purple, but these I focus on the deepest recesses of the white body, making sure to leave some of the pink closer to the light. The last speed paint I use is a pastel blue, which I paint over the remaining white, starting at the top of the body and dragging it down and over some of the shadow tones to help them blend. At this point I'm roughly 45 minutes into the project and nearly halfway done. Next I'll be moving on to adding some highlights, but first, a word from today's sponsor. I'm just kidding. I barely got 1,000 subscribers at the time of this video. I ain't got no damn sponsors. But you can help that by clicking all of them good for me buttons, and it'll only cost you a few seconds of your time and less than 1 calories worth of effort. With that shameless self-plug out of the way, I use a dark red to base coat the eyes before adding a small reflection of light using pink. This pink is then used to add highlights to the ears, nose, feet, and tail. I then add a second lesser highlight using off-white to these areas, with these highlights on the uppermost points. Still using the same off-white, I then add some highlights to the fur using overlapping hatching lines, following the wrinkles of the body. Note that I keep most of these highlights to the top and left side of the rat's body. The right side will be kept mostly unhighlighted and will be away from whatever light source is in the area of this gigantic rodent. The white fur gets one final highlight of pure white, this mostly on the top and what I consider will be the front of the miniature. With the same red that I use for base coating the eyes, I thin this down to a glaze and brush over the brickwork to add a little more saturation. Then with a lighter orangey red, I do a quick edge highlight. With black, I thin this to a glaze and spread it on the brick around the rat and coins to add shadows. Combining that same black with pure white that's already on my palette, I carefully paint in the mortar between the brickwork. I then add a little more of that white to the mix to give me a highlight tone that I add as broken lines and dots, as if I'm pretending I know Morse code. With the same black wash that I used to glaze a shadow over the bricks, I add this to the coins to darken them, adding a shadow around the rims of the edges. Then, with unthinned black paint, I black out the base and call it a night. finishing just under 2 hours of work, not including the time spent printing the model. This is where I stopped. For things that I like the most out of this project, the pinks and purple highlights with the blue to white fur is really striking over the red of the brickwork, definitely drawing the attention to the rat. I'm glad I had washed the coins as it darkened them down just enough to be shiny metallic still, but to allow the white of the rat to be the center of the attention. For lessons learned, I don't really have any. There are things that I definitely could have done to improve, such as better miniature preparation prior to painting to remove the thumbprint-like effects on the back of the 3D printing process, as well as smoothing out the transitions between colors better with tons of glazing, but I wanted this project to be fast and simple. After the horrid 60 hours of work I put into my Night Lord's kill team, and the 26 or so hours I have in another small warband that I'm almost finished with from yet another game, this quick project was a much needed blessing. I definitely needed something like this to break the monotony of batch painting multiple models at once. I may need to 3D print a bunch of animals like this just for fun, as I intend on painting more multi-model projects this year. And that'll bring this video to its end. I hope you learned something or inspired to start or expand your own collection of gigantic dire rodents who have stolen your pocket change, and if you're brave enough to try to get that money back, be sure you have your rabies shot first. If you have any questions, feel free to ask, and if you like the content of this video and would like to see more, you can easily support the channel by liking, commenting, sharing, and subscribing. I'm Jim with Working with Miniatures. I'm truly grateful for your time, and I bid you a fond farewell. Until the next video.